A question I get asked a lot is about how to deal with the balance between empathy and challenge. So maybe you're in a parenting situation and you want to challenge your child to grow in a certain way, but at the same time you want to be empathetic and compassionate. Or maybe you're an employer and you're dealing with employees that you want to challenge them to grow, but you don't want to break the relationship. You want to have compassion and empathy too. Or maybe it's with your spouse, your partner, and you want to challenge them in something, but at the same time you want us to keep the connection alive. So there's empathy and compassion. So the question is, how do I balance these things? The problem is actually in the question. The idea that as I bring empathy up, or as I bring compassion up, challenge needs to come down. The idea that as I bring challenge up, empathy and compassion needs to come down. That idea is actually the obstacle, because it doesn't need to be the case. And so in my experience, actually, the more I challenge, the more I want to bring empathy, the more I want to bring compassion. But what does that actually look like? It looks like actually first of all, it's just having the idea that these two things aren't mutually exclusive. Just simply the idea that they can both exist simultaneously is the foundation of even having access to behaviors and to ways of speaking that include both of them. So if you start with the idea that I am going to be extremely loving, empathetic, and compassionate while at the same time challenging, just that will start to give you ways of speaking, ways of seeing and being that will actually be that. But to go into a more specific example, my little boy, I just made an article about this recently, when he falls down, my challenge is to have him get back up. But it's not like, get up, kid. It's all challenge and no empathy. I'm also just not running over there and picking him up and saying, you're okay, buddy. I love you. You're okay. I'm doing both. And so it's my boy falls. I walk over. I say, you're okay, buddy. You're okay. I love you. I put my hand on his back and I rub his back and say, you can get up all by yourself. And I don't help him up. I won't help him up. He might look at me and say, pick me up, pick me up. No, you can do it, buddy. I love you. And I'm challenging him and expressing love at the same time. And so in an employee situation, maybe this person's not showing up on time. They're showing up late for work. And it's like, look, it is so important to us that you're here on time, and I value you so much. And it's so important that you do these things. And I love everything that you've been doing and producing. I don't have a specific example in mind right now, so I'm muttering a bit. But the point is to express the love, to express an understanding for how they feel. I understand that even having this conversation could be uncomfortable, so I want to just make it clear right off the bat that we're good, and I'm excited about the work that you can do for us and you are doing for us. So keep the connection alive by acknowledging how they're feeling, acknowledging what's going on, while at the same time, and this is what needs to happen for you, for me, for us. This is how we're going to create the most effective results together. It's a must. I love you and show up differently. I love you and show up differently. I love you, get up. I love you, get up. And I'm sharing that as an energetic idea, a possibility. So the most important thing, though, that I want to get across in this video is that it's not about balancing empathy and challenge. It's about ratcheting both up. In physics, or my background is when I study physics at university, in thermodynamics, you learn that if you have a strong container, you can increase the temperature of the contents of that container because the pressure can be held in it. So as the pressure goes up, the temperature goes up. For example, if you cook bone broth in a slow cooker, it takes 24 to 48 hours. But if you put it in a pressure cooker, you can cook the same bone broth in 90 to 120 minutes. Same product, same result, much less time. But why? What's the difference? Because the container is stronger, it can actually hold more heat. The pressure goes up, the temperature goes even higher than it does in a slow cooker, so you can cook it faster. And so the idea of bringing more empathy to a conversation, to a relationship, actually creates stronger containment, and you can actually bring greater heat, greater challenge. So it's not about balancing. It's actually creating more empathy. That's what actually gives you the space and the capacity to bring more challenge. So they go together. They work in tandem. They are not mutually exclusive. They are partners. If there's any questions about how to specifically apply this, please ask. I'm happy to expand on it or to work with you or coach you or ask you questions to help you see something differently. Today is the perfect day for you to create who you are. You are loved and you are powerful. And I am loving you simply for your being here. I'll talk to you soon.